Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi my loves, it's Destin.Choice and you're watching Choice TV. For today's video, I'm very irritated because I had to get on here and make an unpopular opinions, and I was going to enjoy my scrumptious pizza, but there's fucking olives on this shit, and like, ugh, like, I don't like olives. Like, I definitely can't enjoy this shit. So I'm going to come out the gate swinging with this unpopular opinions video. I just want to say that 2024 was a very rough year for all of us. We saw the world go downhill politically. We saw things shift socially. We saw inflation hit us harder than ever because we're dealing with the aftermath of the Panda Express. But I don't think 2025 is going to be any better. So I might as well bless y'all screens with an unpopular opinions video. Now, my first unpopular opinion is this. Mary Jane Byarm benefits from the halo effect. Y'all know who Mary Jane Byarm is. If you haven't heard, she's one of the most conniving, most sinister scammers on YouTube. I've made several videos about her already. And essentially, she benefits from the halo effect, which is a very sinister effect that basically stems from pretty privilege or positive labels that's usually associated with somebody. So if you see a guy that's really attractive or a woman who's really beautiful or soft-spoken, you wouldn't think that they'd be capable of chaos or murder. But they are. You just look at all the positive labels that are behind them, hence why you don't hold them accountable for who they are. Her benefiting from the halo effect plays a very big role on how she was able to rob motherfuckers and people were dumb enough to give out their money. Because if she was built like fucking laundry and she was looking like CeeLo Green, she probably would not get away with all the scamming that she's gotten away with. Do not listen to someone like Shara 7 when it comes to swirling.
I'm just going to be 1,000% honest. If I were 22 today, I would not be dating black men at all. Unless they were older. They'd have to be real old. Because they're too feminine these days for me. I like masculine, go get them, I'm going to pay for that baby type men. Y'all want us to pay half the bills and sleep with you?
People think that swirling is going to lead to better and different results. It won't.
Nigga all the time, you know, and like if you don't like it, oh well, like I say nigga. Like my close friends are black and I say nigga all the time. Every time we go to a family meeting or something, I say nigga. We're playing fucking dice, don't matter what the fuck. I say nigga, I don't give a fuck.
When in reality, the problem is you. Just learn how to pick better and maybe you wouldn't be falling for the assholes.
You've promised to end birthright citizenship on day one. Is that still your plan?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think Trump is being fair at all with this freaking 30 days, like his first 30 days in office, trying to make sure a lot of illegal immigrants don't get citizenship. So just to be more specific, Trump is making it very clear that when he gets into office, he's not letting motherfuckers come in this shit and have babies out their coochie that are automatically going to be U.S. citizens.
Yeah, absolutely.
The 14th Amendment, though, says that, quote, all persons born in the United States are citizens. Can you get around the 14th Amendment with an executive action?
Well, we're going to have to get a change. We'll maybe have to go back to the people, but we have to end it.
Is it realistic to deport everyone who's
here illegally?
You have no
choice. First of all, they're costing us a fortune. But we're starting with the criminals, and we got to do it. And then we're starting with others, and we're going to see how it goes.
Who are the others?
Others are other people outside of criminals.
Let me ask you about another group of people, the estimated 4 million families in America who have mixed immigration status. So I'm talking about parents who might be here illegally, but the kids are here legally.
I don't want to be breaking up families, so the only way you don't break up the family is you keep them together and you have to send them all back.
Even kids who are here legally?
Well, what you're going to do if they want to stay with the father? Look, we have to have rules and regulations. We don't have to separate families. We'll send the whole family very humanely back to the country where they came. That way the family's not separated.
So no more family separations. You're not reviving the zero tolerance policy.
It depends on the family. The family may decide to say, I'd rather have dad go, and we'll stay here. And in which case they have that option.
He made it very clear that this is the reason why there's so many immigrants that come into America and try to seek benefits and reap the benefits. And I mean, he's right, but it's not fair because I feel like if somebody pops a baby out their coochie and they're born on American soil, why can't they just be considered American, right? What really makes you American? Isn't what makes you American if you were born here? I think he's being unreasonable as fuck, but you know what's also extreme and unreasonable? migrants who just came here able to get green cards and able to get financial assistance and food stamps and shit like that. When it's like, bitch, where's my food stamps? Where's my free immunizations? Where's my free this? Where's my free that? And I was born here. You see what I mean? I'm proud of Cardi B for distancing herself from Offset. Offset, Mr. Off Cheat, Mr. Off to Cheat, has been cheating on Cardi B consecutively for the past 6 years. We've been hearing about it. We've been seeing it. It's just been constant. And her dumbass will go on rants. She'll confront side chicks, DM side chicks about what her man is doing. And then she takes him back.
Other than that, nigga, fuck you. I don't care. Fuck the world. Fuck my ops. I'ma fuck your ops. That's why I'm fucking your ops. Yeah, of course, cause you don't move with integrity. You're not a street nigga. That's what you do. That's what you do. Oh, I'ma go fuck your ops. Boo hoo, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You can fuck my ops. You can fuck my friends, nigga. I don't give a shit. You're a lame to me, and you will never equate to me. And it's crazy that I even let you even play with me for such a fucking long time. Because you're not even a real right nigga for me. I make you look good, nigga. Fuck you. Thank you for my kids, though. All 3 of them. I don't regret none of them. But I regret you.
So I'm proud of her for distancing herself. She's finally not an idiot anymore. People who feel bad for Sky Jackson are stupid. Sky Jackson is rich. She has money. She has the means to support herself and to hire nannies and chefs, I hope. And she's fairly successful. Sky Jackson does not really deserve much sympathy because this is who she chose. You can tell a lot about a woman or a man based on the person that they chose to settle down with and have a kid with. So a common thing that's been happening lately is that a lot of food delivery drivers have been bucking people's food and stealing people's food. And the reason they're stealing motherfuckers' foods is because a lot of y'all aren't tipping.
Uber delivery food drivers or whatever are literally out here stealing people food. Like, I just ordered some breakfast for me and my nephew, and I waited so long because it took so long for the order to get here. And then the lady pulls up in front of my house finally, just to pull the fuck off and then say order completed. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe they delivered it upstairs because I live in the bottom part. No, nothing's there. So I called the lady. I'm like, did you just drive off? And she was like, yeah, someone else picked up your order. Okay, if someone else picked up my order, why are you at my house? Why are you at my house saying order completed? Because I don't have my food. So what I'm getting from this is you took my food and tried to lie and say someone else picked up my order. Because if someone else picked up my order from the restaurant, why would you come all the way to my house?
So I just ordered $30 worth of Uber Eats, okay? And it said that my delivery driver was a woman named Mariah and that she'd be delivering my food in a black Jeep Patriot, okay? And I have my preferences set on leave that front door, no contact, okay? So he puts my food down on my doorstep, takes a picture of it, picks my food back up, and then runs to the fucking vehicle and gets back inside of the car, and they drive off with my fucking food. This is who was supposed to deliver my food. And also, too, just like, what was the point in driving 30 minutes to deliver my food just to eat it?
And did this.
I'm pretty sure my Uber Eats driver just stole my food, and I want to know if anyone else has experienced this. First of all, Noodles confirmed that it was picked up by the Uber driver at 4:30. I only live 10 minutes from the store, and then at 5:20 I get a message that, sorry, it's canceled. Like, they ate my food. And at first I was like, oh, did I miss them, like, trying to get a hold of me at the door? I looked at all my Ring cameras. Nobody even pulled into the driveway. Nobody tried to call or text me. I have screenshots of everything. There is nothing anywhere. Has this happened to anyone else? Like,
now, I'm not saying this right, but I'm also not saying that you're not going to get your food jacked. A lot of y'all can easily get your lazy fat asses up and go pick up your own food, but some of y'all won't. Some of y'all would rather have somebody deliver it and then not want to tip on the delivery app. A common thing that a lot of delivery drivers have been doing is they're basically punishing y'all for not tipping. So when you don't want to tip food delivery drivers in states like America, In a lot of big cities, they'll intentionally pick up your food, drive right by your apartment or house, and they purposely won't deliver your food just because they just don't want to. This happened to me one time, when I didn't tip when I was in Seattle, Washington. The driver literally acted like he was coming to me. So I'm on the GPS and he drove right past me and swiped it as delivered. That's the thing that's been happening. They'll deliver your food, they'll take a picture, and then they'll literally pick that shit up and then they'll walk off just to fucking piss you off because you did not tip. If you don't tip your food delivery drivers, don't be mad when they don't deliver your food. And for those y'all who say, well, I'll just tip them in person, just tip them on the app. And if they don't deliver your food the way you want, you can update it to 0. Tip these people. Because it sucks that tipping culture is so sensationalized in America. But y'all gonna have to tip these people. They can't come for the corporations, so they come for y'all. Just tip these drivers. My next unpopular opinion is, I understand why Justin Bieber and a lot of celebrities do not want to take photos with a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all, or people in general, ain't shit. So Justin Bieber is known for saying no, and Justin Bieber is known for being standoffish about photos. Same thing with entertainers like T.I., but especially Justin Bieber. And I get it. Justin Bieber feels like a zoo animal every time he leaves the house. That motherfucker can't go anywhere. He can't even take a shit in peace without people putting a camera in his face. And to be honest, I get it. There's been times where, I'll use myself as an example, I'm not a big name celebrity, but there's been instances where, there was this one instance to be exact, where this one live streamer who's known for whatever, right? They're not really popular, but they have a little tiny bit of a following. And essentially, they took a picture with me on some like fan shit. Like, oh, I know of you from this person and let's take a picture. I took a picture with them, and then this person ended up getting in like a tiny little YouTube scandal. And essentially, this person is known for making fake receipts so that way they can go viral off of clickbait. And then people in their comments were dragging them. People in their stream were dragging them and saying, you ain't shit for making these fake receipts. You're this, you're that. And then they went on to literally share the photo that we took together and said, if I'm such a problematic person, why am I friends with someone like Troyce TV? Me and Troyce are literally good friends. I don't know how I could be conniving if I'm friends with someone like him. Somebody screen recorded that shit and they sent it to me. And the first thing I said was, I don't know you, bitch. That shit really pissed me off. And I'm not going to say who the person was, but they tried to literally use my photo as oh, well, I'm friends with Troyce, so how am I a conniving person? And that really upset me, made me realize, damn, do I really got to be careful who the fuck I take photos with now? That employee at Chipotle is not shit. So if y'all didn't know, there's a viral video of a big bad bitch basically going to Chipotle demanding that she gets bigger portion sizes. And when she does not get it, this, by the way, happened in Washington, D.C., she decided to go behind the counter of a Chipotle and serve herself and add extra double chicken of everything.
Roberto Hernandez says watching the video is triggering and traumatizing. On Saturday, he was working his normal shift at the Chipotle in DC's Brentwood neighborhood when a customer attacked him. The video has since gone viral with over 7 million views.
I was mad, upset, but to me, I'm a man. I can't hit a female. So I walked away.
Hernandez says the woman ordered a burrito bowl on Uber Eats but returned and demanded a refund, saying her order was wrong. Hernandez and his manager explained refunds are issued by Uber. That's when Hernandez says things escalated and the woman proceeded to walk behind the counter and make herself several bowls with extra meat.
And she was like, I want to remake the whole thing. I want tomato, double meat, and everything. And I looked at the receipt and everything. It was not double meat, no tomato, nothing, all that.
Hernandez says he's a loyal employee who's worked at this location for over 2 years. He has yet to hear from corporate, but he'd like to see security inside the store. He now says the woman is threatening him online.
Yesterday, she was saying I'm gonna come back and stab them and all that. I was scared. She was scaring my coworkers and all that too.
In a statement to WUSC 9, Chipotle said in part, "We do not condone guests who mistreat our team members. We are working cooperatively with local law enforcement and hope justice will be served." Hernandez has a message for the customer.
I hope that food was good.
DC police say no police report has been filed as of this evening. A spokesperson for Chipotle says they are planning on filing one. In Northeast DC, Leslie Marino, WUSA 9.
Okay, so after Leslie filed her report, she was able to get in touch with the woman you saw there in the video. She says she went behind the counter to get her original order because they refused to give her a refund or remake her order. Here's what she told Leslie just 15 minutes ago.
Before I threw the bowl on him or anything, all of them put their hands on me first. And I only went behind the counter. Before I proceeded to make my own food, all of them were touching me, being aggressive towards me. I was never aggressive towards them. I wasn't aggressive towards them until I got assaulted. The video was cut short. That was the second time me making a bowl.
And the employees tried to calm her down, tell her to relax. They then tried to report her, threatened to call the police. And one of the employees went out of his way to snatch the bowl and snatch her arm. And she went the fuck off and hit his ass. And let me just say that he was in the wrong, and so was she. Of course, she needs her ass whooped for that. That's not right to just go behind the counter and just trying to steal food. Like, bitch, you could have literally just cooked it yourself, and it would have probably avoided half the shit you're going through now. But instead, this employee decided to step in and play Captain Save a Company. If this company wanted to fire you because you gave too much chicken on a bowl, they could easily do that. If a company wanted to fire you because, I don't know, you looked at the manager the wrong way, they can do that. People need to act their wage. Why go above and beyond and try to protect a company and try to snatch a bowl out of somebody's hand when they could have blasted your ass and literally harmed you? He's doing too much. So to see him in interviews, saying that he's disappointed that he got hit and got smacked, you got a plate of food thrown in your face because you didn't know how to mind your fucking business. If it were me, and because I worked fast food before, I would have just let the bitch take the fucking plate of food and do as she please. I mean, it's better than getting shot or harmed. There's a lot of videos on the internet of people getting aggressive towards fast food employees and taking their anger on fast food employees. And do you really want to be on the news because you tried to protect a company for double chicken? I mean, the most they would have done was pay for your funeral, to be honest with you. But it's not worth it. So he should have probably minded his fucking business and just let the bitch get the fucking food. Halle Bailey was not overreacting, and I will never forgive the internet for making it seem like she was overreacting when she didn't want her child to be on live stream. Several months ago, Halle Bailey went on a Twitter rant because she was upset that her child with DDG was being displayed on Kai Cenat's live stream. Essentially, she put up a tweet making it very clear, I'm out of town and I don't like the fact that my child is on a live stream without me knowing. This is not okay. Instead of people trying to understand where she was coming from, a lot of people basically gaslit her and told her that she's too sensitive and dramatic and controlling, and they see why her and DDG didn't work out. People went as far as to tell her that she needs to shut the hell up, mind her business, it's not that deep. At the end of the day, it's his kid too. Let him co-parent in peace. At least he's in his child's life. And to be honest with you, she had to disable her Twitter for a little bit because she got a lot of backlash. And personally, I don't think she was being dramatic. She shouldn't have put it on the internet, but I get it. Kai Cenat is a young man who lives a very fun, huge, vibrant life. And even though he's famous and has his own security and he's well protected, you never really know because, again, he's on live. Somebody knew where her child was in live taping. You really never know who can set people up. And people can sit up here and say that Kai Cenat has armed security and he's good. But what about Pop Smoke? I mean, what about all these other entertainers who you thought, moved around comfortably and got people around that are strapped? What about them? America is one of the best countries in the world. Let me just say that somebody who has traveled a lot has been in predicaments where they catch themselves having to defend America. People will literally sit up here and say the most outrageous and most disgusting thing about America. And a lot of times, people just expect you to be okay with it because you're America. They're okay with you guys being the center of attention, and we're supposed to be okay with being the butt of the joke. Yes, America has its issues. Yes, America ain't shit. Yes, there's division. Yes, America's overbearing. I will say that. But that American passport comes with a lot. You can travel to so many different countries. You can make a lot of money, and then you can leverage it and go to different places. And being an American is lit. We have a lot of aspects about America that makes America lit. And if America wasn't so lit, why are millions of people still trying to come here? America is one of the best countries in the world because, hear me out for a second, America is the one place where you can start a lemonade stand and probably make like 6 figures in literally a year. Just from starting a lemonade stand, or just from literally opening up a pop-up cupcake shop on TikTok, and you can keep most of the earnings for yourself. America is that place. And America is one of those places where you can literally travel anywhere in the world and people will literally just be like amazed by you for being from America. You know, I remember one time I was traveling to a different country when I was in London. I had some Europeans tell me, "Oh my, you're from America? You know, there's one thing I don't like is America. You know, America, you guys don't have the best policies. And mate, you guys got some school shootings." And it was these group of Scottish boys who were shitting on America. And I basically had to tell them straight up, like, well, America is still pretty damn lit. You know, we're not the government's bitch. Well, we're not that much of the government's bitch compared to other places. And we have a lot of freedom to leverage our income and go to other places. So you will catch yourself defending yourself a lot if you're an American going to other places. And I have no problem defending America because, bitch, America is lit. But it took me going to other places to really appreciate America. And if you don't appreciate America, I really challenge a lot of y'all watching this to get a passport, get your passport stamped, and go see how other people are living in different countries. Go see how other people are living and struggling and hoping for a better life and hoping for more income in different countries. Yeah, it sucks that a lot of us in America feel incentivized to work and be immersed in hustle culture, but wait till you go somewhere else and you'll see how amazing and lit America is. Futurama was an amazing cartoon that came out during Y2K, and they predicted a lot of shit that some people don't even talk about to this day. They've predicted all types of things involving artificial intelligence, Mars, civilization, environmental shit. Futurama really is underrated, and the same credit y'all give The Simpsons really should be given to Futurama. People will always sit up here and tell me, why aren't you at 1 million subscribers yet? But they don't even like or thumbs up my videos, or they don't even subscribe to my channel. I looked at my statistics and it shows that literally 50% of people that watch are not subscribed and aren't liking my videos. If you want me to get 1 million subscribers, like the video, comment, subscribe. You know, things happen differently for everybody. And sometimes, yeah, it does kind of suck that I see other people who just started hit 1 million quickly, or people who literally just blew up off of one video, hit 1 million subscribers instantly. But I guess slow and steady just wins the race.
You want to know what's even crazier? They gave TikTok till January 19th to sell their platform to a U.S. company. And if they don't sell it, then TikTok will be banned. And you want to know what comes after January 19th? Inauguration day. They said you'll never know peace.
Good riddance to TikTok. I hate to say it, but even though TikTok is beneficial and does do a lot of good, I genuinely am kind of thrilled that TikTok is out of here because it's turned into a big ass shopping outlet, and TikTok has honestly ran its course. TikTok happily has to leave in the next couple of weeks. And to be honest with you, I'm here for it and I don't give a fuck. I'll find some other shit to go on. And it sucks that a lot of TikTokers use it for, you know, financial gain and for financial stability, and now they have to find some other means to support themselves. But I mean, the internet is not forever. You know, we see a lot of social media platforms that came and went. Y'all remember MySpace? If you're old enough to remember MySpace, there were so many people who were lit and popping on MySpace, and they disappeared. There were a lot of people that were popping on Rollstar, and they disappeared. There were a hell of people that were popping on Facebook back then, and then they disappeared because Facebook went through changes. There were a lot of people that were popping on Vine. Vine was a really big app back then where a lot of people were popping and were getting all types of platforms and were leveraging and going on TV and going get this, that. And guess what? Vine disappeared. Vine is gone. You got to do what King Batch did. You got to do what all these other major entertainers did to leverage their success and popularity on the internet. You have to adapt. Look at Issa Rae. Issa Rae, instead of sitting on YouTube and fucking hoping that shit would pop off and explode even more, she leveraged her audience and she was able to use her YouTube audience to push her to where she is now. Now this woman has a whole Prosecco line, a rooftop restaurant, a fucking cafe. She's super successful because she leveraged the internet. If you're mad because TikTok won't help you pay your fucking rent or your overpriced ass penthouse, then I think it's time to grow the fuck up immediately, because the internet is not forever. You can't just rely on one social media platform. You have to use it as a stepping stool for other amazing things. And the same thing goes for y'all. For those y'all who have decent jobs, your job isn't forever. You could be thrown out any minute now. Any minute. That's why you got to use every opportunity you have to create more opportunities. It's just a circle of life. And if you don't like it, you got to get with it or get lost. Please hear me out. Please make good choices in your 20s and early 30s. Because if you don't, you will pay for them for a very, 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 very long time. I'm not just talking about physical health. I'm talking about actually making good decisions with your finances, traveling when you can, and if you can't do that, please try to do your best to make good decisions in the people you hang around and your networking. It is so fucking hard for people to make friends in their 30s and 40s and 50s because you just lose the motivation to make friends and connections when you're working or you're building your family. Please network. Please make good choices. Some of y'all are fucking idiots and make bad decisions, and you cannot use the fact that you're in your 20s to justify it. Everything you did in your teen years affected you in your 20s. Everything you did in your 20s affects you in your 30s. I know people who didn't even get high school diplomas and didn't even go out of their way to network or to make good connections or to leverage their resume, and they're paying for it now 10, 15 years later. Don't waste it, because you got to do shit that your future self will thank you for, and the less regrets you have, the better. Ghosting is not a joke. If you start seeing someone and they ghost your ass, and then you go as far as to hit them up again or to still try to hang out with them after they reach out to you, you have the utmost lowest self-esteem ever. Respect the dead. If somebody ghosts you, rather it be a girl you were talking to or a guy you were dealing with, you better leave their ass dead. Because when you ghost somebody, that shows that you have no respect for them. It's different if it's someone you barely knew and didn't even really have a connection with and there was no substance. But if it was something of substance and someone just ghosted you because they wanted to focus on another relationship and didn't care about you to give you an explanation, they are only ghosting you because they want to leave the door halfway open. So that way, if they leave you hanging, they can easily come back and come up with some lame ass excuse like, oh, well, I left something in the oven. That's why I ghosted you. Have some self-respect. If somebody ghosts you, don't entertain them. Don't pay them any mind. Because if you do, they just gonna ghost your ass again. And you're gonna be left angry and upset. I never understood why a lot of people in this generation will say, oh yeah, I got a boo thing. And whenever, it don't matter if he's in a relationship, he's still mine or she's still mine. I'm still gonna come around no matter what. No. If somebody ghosts you for somebody else, they don't respect you. Stop talking to them. Move on. There's plenty of people in this world. You don't have to be glued on one person. Somebody did some root work on Wendy Williams. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Someone did some root work on her, but I literally have a feeling that she probably had it coming. If someone did some root work on you to the point where it actually hits you and touches you, you probably had it coming. Now, let's push aside what Wendy Williams did for work, right? She talked her shit, had her fun. We all have done that, right? It wasn't broadcasted for the world. Wendy Williams gave us entertainment that will literally last us a lifetime. Love her, miss her, and wish she was on TV now, especially with all the stuff that's happening in the world now. But Wendy Williams, hear me out. If someone does root work on you or makes a voodoo doll of you and something negative touches you, more than likely, you probably deserved it. Now, I'm not saying Wendy Williams deserves all these awful things that are happening to her, but who's to say Wendy Williams wasn't doing no fucked up shit behind the scenes to certain people and someone didn't go to their Auntie Cleo house and get her together? I will say this. I never, ever, ever felt right about Wendy Williams passing out. You remember when she passed out on national TV? It was almost as if something was jumping into her, like something was running towards her and she just saw black and she just saw red. That was the moment where everything went downhill, where she got Graves' disease, where we found out about her Graves' disease, and we found out that she had aphasia, and we found out all about her husband cheating, and it played out on the internet and on television. And when we found out that she was struggling a lot, everything went downhill for Wendy Williams and still continues to go downhill. And then she's abusing drugs and alcohol, and I'm telling you, there was something about that very moment. Wendy Williams pissed somebody off. I don't know who she pissed off, but she definitely pissed off the wrong person. Anybody that has enough spiritual discernment can tell That's some real life root work voodoo witchcraft shit. Austin McBroom from the Ace Family is an evil fucking genius.
During that time, it felt good because everyone was like, yo, he's so down bad. He's broke. He's this, he's that.
So you just felt like you were just laughing at him. Basically.
I guess you could say that. Like, I was living here the whole time. Like, this is my back. This has always been my backyard for the past, ever since I've separated. This has been my backyard.
So people were on the internet laughing, ha ha, he's off, down bad, he deserves it. And you were making $100,000 in a day.
From them laughing at me.
From them laughing at you.
I saw it coming. I saw this future coming. Even Stevie Wonder could have seen this. He was capitalizing off of his breakup and demise of his marriage just so he can obviously make some extra income on Snapchat. Snapchat pays very generously. And due to the millions of views he was getting on Snapchat, he was able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars monthly. And people just ate all this shit up. He's an evil genius for sure. And of course, this shit is not going to last. You know, it's not going to last, and eventually people are going to forget about him. And the age of social media is literally dying. He made his money. He's good. He's secured. He's comfortable. 2024 was probably the worst year of the 2020s. If you look back at 2020 and the 2020s, I'm going to honestly say that 2024 is that year where everything was fucked up. Almost everybody I know struggled some way, somehow. 2024 was the year where a lot of our relationships got tested, where a lot of us had to question situationships, where a lot of us had to do a lot of self-reflection about the companies we deal with and work for. And a lot of us had to realize that we are replaceable no matter where you are and who you are. 2024 is probably the worst year of the 2020s. 2024 was just really bad because coming from a pandemic express and dealing with the aftermath of the recession and so much more, it was hard. But I feel like 2025 is going to be so much worse. Now I'm kidding. It might be a little bit better. 2024 showed me that you can really create your own opportunities and whatever's meant to be will follow. But that's that for this Unpopular Opinions video for 2024. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your year. And this is my final Unpopular Opinions for the year 2024. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about this entire Unpopular Opinion. And yeah, that's that. Troyce out this bitch. No one. There's a way I'll fall in love with you. It is the way I fall in love. I love. Some people search the world to find a bit of